on our flag. We fought with the pen. We wrote, we used the newspapers, we used articles, and we're people who engage. So we're not one. I see protests, and I'm wondering, is it only when we are on the streets that we protest? When somebody writes and calls out something, does a video, calls out something, that's a protest, and it's been done, as far as I'm concerned. But we want to see people come and march today, and hopefully that will be peaceful.
Good. Tope, how are you doing?
I'm sure we're going to talk more about the protest in the course of the show. So me, I'll just talk about the fact that I'm so happy we're in a new month. Grateful to God for, God's favor, blessings. I am expectant, did prayer work this morning, prophesied, kabash, all the goodness of this favor, of all these things coming to me. I also am grateful for my parents. So yesterday they came to the house. Once my mommy arrives, fresh Eforiro would follow her, and the kids also. I am grateful that they have that relationship with their grandparents. I remember around this time last year, we had a vigil in my church, and we were having conversation around grief, and people were, a lot of conversation about, and a guy stood up and said that for him, he just feels really bad that his children do not have any living grandparents. Like, these are people that they are both orphans before they got married. So I don't want to trivialize the blessings of the moment, and I don't want anybody watching to trivialize. Sometimes you focus on what is not working. There's something in your life you should be grateful for right now. I'm grateful for my parents being able to be grandparents to my kids at the moment.
Oh, fantastic. That's good. It's a wonderful story. I totally agree with you. I see the value when my kids are relating with their grandma and great-grandma, and for whatever reason, Gabriel understands grandma with Momo. Me, I don't understand Momo, but Gabriel and Momo, they have a conversation, they talk, and they
be together,
they have each other there. And I'm thinking, what are they saying? But so it's a good feeling to know that your kids have that relationship. Okay, it's Thursday. Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll look at the front pages of the paper. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Thanks for staying with us. We're going to start with The Nation. Why protest is unnecessary by Akume, Edun, Bagudu, and Alaki. Nel Fund disburses 1.1 billion naira as tuition fee to 20,000 students. IED detonated in Lagos. Makinde names technical varsity after Ajimobi. EFCC recovers 231.62 billion under Tinubu. Nwenu preached love in last performance. Billionaire businessman Otedola backs federal government on forex windfall levy. Okay, which story?
Yes, I will start with the Onyeka Onwenu story. All of us yesterday woke up to the news of the sad demise of the legendary songstress, songwriter, journalist, and actor Onyeka Onwenu. They said she slumped during a live performance and died minutes afterwards. She's described as the activist and author breathed her last after preaching peace with her hit song One Love at the 80th birthday ceremony in honor of an industrialist, Dr. Stella Okoli. They said that it seemed like she was leaving her last words, with us, with the performance of, One Love. The singer was dubbed the elegant stallion by the media in her heydays. She left behind 2 sons, Abraham and Tijani Ogunlende, as well as her ex-husband, Mr. Ogunlende, families, and also numerous fans. They said her career spans, 4 decades. She She was an American-trained broadcaster, began her career at the NTA, where she made indelible impact as a newsreader and reporter. And then in 1984, she wrote and presented internationally acclaimed BBC NTA documentary. So obviously, she's lived a life of impact. And, you know, for us, all of us here, you know, we bid her farewell, and our hearts go out to the families that she's left behind. And of course, numerous tributes from all around the country, the president, the president's wife, former Mr. Peter Obi, you know, who even said he was actually there, you know, when it happened, and followed her all the way to the hospital. So may her soul continue to rest in peace, and may her legacy live on.
It'd be nice to talk about her a bit later. Maybe we'll have to. But let me come to you, Nima. What are
So I want to take
paper that you took?
the chairman of First Bank of Nigeria Holdings, Mr. Sadly, funnily, I saw Mr. I was expecting one chief something. Mr. Femi Otedola has thrown his weight behind the implementation of the windfall levy by the CBN. So he says this move will foster fairer and more equitable economic environment. He also criticized some bank chiefs, executives, who said they prioritize personal gain over duty to shareholders and customers and jettison banking values. He accused 4 banks of spending over $500 million on purchase of private jets, saying that this extravagant lifestyle would erode public confidence in the banking industry and has far-reaching implications. He also explained that the windfall taxes are often levied on companies or individuals who receive substantial unexpected profits due to circumstances beyond their usual control or investment. So those who had the opportunity to make extreme profits, maybe during COVID or other circumstances around the country, maybe the FX and all of that, were those who were levied on this. And he said this taxes on extraordinary gains ensures a fairer distribution of wealth, allowing those who benefit disproportionately to contribute more significantly to broader societal good. And he said he endorses it in line this windfall because he believes that to eventually balance wealth and enhance economic stability and places some integrity on the financial institutions in the country. He said he's also advising that it should be channeled into essential public services such as healthcare, education, infrastructure, and benefit all citizens and help reduce societal inequalities. And I'm totally agreeing with him. I'm beginning to see the benefits of it.
Okay. Let me say that story concerning the IED. So the Lagos State Police Command yesterday detonated an improvised explosive device left by an unknown individual in Ikeja just here. The device was reportedly dropped off by a man driving a white Toyota car around 3:55 p.m. So according to the report, at about 4 p.m., a police officer had reported to the EOCBRN, that's the Explosive Ordnance Disposal Chemical, Biological, Radiological, and Nuclear Unit. They were promptly called because the police officer had observed a Toyota car park, drop off a bag, and zoom off. And they're now wondering what could be in the park. So they had to call the EODCBRN base in Ikeja. So while he was on the way, he sighted the unregistered vehicle, and the young man alighted and dropped off the bag. But eventually, it was cordoned off. The IED was cordoned off, and then it was detonated. So imagine what people have up their sleeves.
I want to take the story about the EFCC, the Economic Financial Crimes Commission. They've released details of the past 1 year under the administration of President Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Said that they've recovered 231 billion naira in the first year of the administration. They said that they listed other recoveries they've done. The commission has investigated 15,000 petitions as well as 12,000 cases between May 2023 and May 2024. Then they spoke about the setting up of immigration fraud section across the different commands. The EFCC received, the executive chairman of the commission, Mr. Ola Olukoyede, received the Royal Canadian Mounted Police led by Director General Superintendent Rabi Abdallah in Abuja, and said that because they've had several reports of immigration fraud, where in case of people trying to travel abroad are scammed, they have created an immigration fraud unit in all the sections of EFCC. So we expect to see speedy trial of cases, investigation of things related to immigration fraud. And we're looking forward to more successes to protect the good name of Nigeria.
Punch. Tension food prices rise as hunger protest begins today. FG withholds 4.9 billion naira Unity Schools meal subsidy. Guard, 2 others held for Justice Ajumogobia's daughter's murder. Imported vaccine lingers as cholera cases hit 4,809. Reps direct NNPC to suspend crude for loan deal. How doctors battle to save Onyeka Nwenu's life, says Obi. Students may pay 80,000 naira electricity electricity fee in varsity, says VC's panel. And CBN advances opposition. OPS oppose higher borrowing limits for federal government. Okay, let's take one story for the break.
I have the human interest story. So the Lagos State Police Command said it arrested 3 domestic workers of Justice Rita Ofili Ajumogobia. This followed the discovery of the judge's daughter, Aribem Chukwu's dead body outside the gates of their Parkview Estate home in Ikoyi. This happened on Wednesday. The police has confirmed the arrest. And also responding to inquiry says that a family source that was privy to the incident, didn't want to be named, had said that this happened Tuesday night. It seemed like something had happened. She was murdered Tuesday night, and then her body was placed in front of the house to make it seem like it didn't happen in the house. But upon investigation, they were able to find blood splatter and a sign like they were trying to mop up blood. So it showed that that murder happened within the house. And they're suspecting it will be the new domestic workers that were employed about a month ago. So investigation is still ongoing, but those arrests have been made so far. Really, shocking story.
Let's go on a short break. When we come back, we'll continue with the review. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
We are thrilled to have you on board as we chart the course for our next chapter.
I'm Miriam Lunge. I'm a passionate environment advocate and a published author.
I am the founder of Celebration, a businesswoman, and a fashion icon.
I am a wealth coach and a real estate developer.
I am Amako Arakwe. I'm a corporate commercial lawyer and an entrepreneur.
Barka mu da warhaka. I am Ramatu Shehu Oyibo, an entrepreneur and a business coach.
I am the voice of an average Muslim woman, an hijabite, and a lawyer.
I am a polymath and a serial entrepreneur.
I am Murayo Afolabi Brown, Managing Director, TVC Entertainment. I'm a media consultant, producer, and broadcaster.
The ladies of Your View are made of women from different professions, tribes, cultures, and religion. Join us every Monday to Friday as we share our views on topical and social issues.
Hey, my people, I greet you plenty.
My name is Nachika Okeke.
My name na Uwi Balogun.
My name is Damilola Banire.
My name na Moyo Faraway Ahmed. If you also call me Moyo, listen. And this na Abigail.
And I dare on top Your View Pigeon.
I'm going to bring you bass, boost.
I don't get person will be single mother before. He carry another man show say now my husband be this.
This na wetin you want.
After that day, the man
you no go see him again.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
When you dey find the husband, you not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't use signs.
If they look for person we go give them to you, fact as it be.
Men no they ever get forced. If baby not there for her,
na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk through inside.
But for this country, we not say if we open court in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanja gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
We no even take responsibility for the children.
Leave the man.
And that's some boring
Warrior.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still reviewing the punch.
Okay, so I have the...
Oh, okay. Let me take the imported vaccine. So the number of cholera cases have increased in Nigeria to 4,800 across 35 states, and it has affected about 192 local government areas as of July 21st, 2024. The country has also recorded 156 deaths, since the fatality rate is now at 3.2% since the beginning of this year alone. So the data, according to the Minister of Health and Social Welfare, Professor Mohammed Pate, said that Nigeria will receive cholera vaccines from the Global Vaccine Alliance in a few weeks, and they would utilize these vaccines within the hotspot areas. And because we know that cholera is extremely highly contagious with food and waterborne disease, then they said they would be applying the vaccines when the vaccines arrive. It was supposed to have come in. There's a bit of delay, but the expected cases, once the vaccine comes in and it is applied to the areas where there is like it's hotspot, then we should see a reduction in the number of occurrence of cholera.
So I have the varsities may pay 80,000, students may pay 80,000 be charged 80,000 for electricity tariff, according to the Secretary General of the Committee of Vice Chancellors of Nigeria Universities, Professor Yakubu Ochefu, in an interview with Punch. He says the universities cannot afford 200 million naira monthly that they were charged for electricity. He says they used to be charged 61 million naira monthly before the introduction of Band A systems, and since the introduction they've had between 200 to 300 million naira monthly. And we know the story of how the bands and all of that, but this interview took account of how each university is coping. So we said the ABU Zaria, Kaduna State, in Kaduna State and University of Benin are all lamenting the receiving bills of 3.6 billion naira electricity and 300 million naira monthly. And they also went to the private universities, Babcock. Those ones said they paid 300 million naira in May for electricity. Wow. And different accounts like that. So they will soon start to put that bill on students, where you have students paying 80,000 monthly for electricity within campuses.
Oh. Okay, let me move on. I was going to take a strip, but I think let's move on now to Daily Sun. Mass protests, security forces locked down Abuja, Lagos, and others. Pandemonium in Owerri as gunmen launch attacks. Senate expands CBN loan mandate to federal government. Now Fund disburses over 1.17 billion naira loans to 20,000 students. Consular services, U.S. Embassy consulate change visa services provider. 1 year not long enough for Tinubu's policies to yield desired results, says Senate. Okay, which story? In Daily Sun, should I take pandemonium that's going on in Owerri? So, gunmen on Wednesday launched more attacks in Owerri, Imo State, and their violence causing pandemonium in and around the city. Residents who were jolted by indiscriminate gunshots in different parts of town scampered in different directions for safety. The shooting took place in the popular Ikenegbu area road near the government house in Ukigwe Road, stretching from the government house junction to the Imo State University campus. Other areas that were overrun by gunmen were the Amawusa area of Douglas Road and the Toronto Street, which stretches to MCC Road. Everybody ran for their dear life, according to reports, when the shooting was going on. According to Mrs. Rosalyn Okeke, she is a fish seller at the Relief Market near Fire Service Junction. She said that everybody ran for their lives. Ms. Okeke also said that the assailants shot several times when they came close to the police station. So this is quite scary. And they said that the Commissioner of Police has personally led men to that area. and the command is on top of the situation according to reports that we have now. We will get the miscreants, according to the police, responsible for the senseless attacks and either dead or alive. We will deal with the miscreants responsible for the attacks, killing of security operatives and suspected members of the public.
So the U.S. consulate, the embassy in Abuja, as well as the consulate general in Lagos, have announced that they are moving to a new visa service provider starting August 26. And they said they published this notice on their website. And all non-immigrant visa interview appointments remain valid. They said if your interview is between August 16 and on or before August 16, 2024, then your requirements remain valid. No further action is required by you. You may continue to access your account at ustravels.com to review your appointment. But if your interview is after between the 16th and 26th of August, you are no longer, no further action is also required, but you will no longer be able to access ustravelsdocs.com coming after August 16. And that means that you will not be able to reschedule or cancel your appointments from that date, and you will no longer have access to customer service. You should print your appointment confirmation letter before the 16th, and they strongly encourage that you should attend to your visa interview if possible. If you fail to appear, you have to schedule an interview. Please check on or after the 26th for instructions on rescheduling your appointment. If your interview is scheduled for 26th or later, no further action is required, but you will no longer have access to your the ustravelsdocs.com account after August 16th, and that means you will not be able to cancel or reschedule your appointment. So those of you interested in going there,
I think it's very welcome because they had scattered the system. Nigeria has entered the system. So if you book, they've hacked the system. You'll be getting 2025 and you want to travel, and when you pay, you can get a closer date. So I'm happy that they are resetting it.
I have now from the Nigeria Education Loan Fund. It says the MD, Mr. Akintunde Sawyer, says that they have disbursed 1.17 billion naira to 20,000 students in 5 of the public tertiary institutions that have applied for the loan. And they're saying that they will be adding one more beneficiary before the end of the day. They said that the number that they have will keep increasing based on applications, and that these students have been 100% paid. And the institutions, as we know, they're all across the country. Then they said that the disbursements to these institutions will be made at the beginning of their sessions to ensure transparent and equitable distribution of resources. An additional disbursement of 850 million will also leave NELFund to various institutions due to receive loans. Then he says that there's 260,000 students that have been approved for payment of upkeep loans and their institution's charges. So apart from that one that goes to the tuition, there's also an upkeep loan. It says that some people may need the tuition and don't need the upkeep loan. Postgraduate students have also asked if this loan could be applied to them, and they said no. But the government said that this is for undergraduates, at least for now. That's what they have. And for undergraduates from vulnerable, communities or undergraduates that are vulnerable. So good. It seems like it's going on well, and we're happy, and they hope that with time we'll be able to add even more institutions under this project.
Yeah. So yesterday the Senate had a closed-door meeting. In the closed-door session, they were talking about the Senate, the workings of the Senate, and then workings of the National Assembly. And after the meeting, the Senate President, Godfrey Akpabio, came out to talk about the fact that 1 year is not enough time to judge this current administration. He said the current administration of President Bola Tinubu, we can't use 1 year to judge that it will yield desired results. So it was urging calmness. He also now started listing the things that they have achieved, that the Senate will do everything within its power to give speedy approval to things that will bring peace, to ameliorate the situation within the country, is the word they used. He said that the National Minimum Wage Act was signed. They also mentioned the sale of crude oil to local refineries in Naira and the implementation of the Student Loan Act. He said other that the assent to the fact that there will be the Southeast and Northwest Development Commission bill has been passed by the National Assembly to further address development at the grassroots level, and that the Senate will continue to legislate on matters that would bring succor to Nigerians in general.
Okay, moving on now to Vanguard. Protesters urged to leave room for dialogue as police deploy assets. Windfall levy bankers meet Tinubu for clarifications. Protest, we can't afford another #EndSARS experience, says Sanwo-Olu and Oyebanji. Boko Haram suicide attack kills the 19, injures dozens in Borno village. Murder of Ajimogbobia's daughter, 3 domestic staff arrested. Bank recapitalization, foreign investors moving in, says Cardoso. And we can't pay 70,000 minimum wage, says Gombe governor. Okay, which story is that in Vanguard?
Gombe governor, he says that he cannot pay the new minimum wage. He says that even though he commends the government for reaching that, he is meeting has set up a committee to meet. He cannot pay this minimum wage. He was speaking during the stakeholders meeting at the banquet hall of Gombe Government House and on the planned protest against hunger. He said, I cannot pay 70,000 minimum wage, and I suspect many other states are in the same predicament. He also commended government for the donated rice and said that they have also not received the 20 trucks of rice marked for Gombe State as promised by the government for each state. He also says that the state is committed to providing relief to citizens. And I'm wondering, also, Kano governor in the same story is echoing him, saying he has put together an advisory committee for the implementation of the new minimum wage, and they're looking into how they would structure the payments. That's cook off it.
Okay. Another story?
Yes, so the House of Rep blamed... So the House of Representative Committee on Steel Development, they've expressed worry over the circulation of substandard iron rods across the country. The chairman of the committee, Zainab Gimba, said that the substandard rods could be traced to the rising rate of building collapse in the country. He was speaking during the interactive session with the Nigerian Society of Engineers in Abuja yesterday. Gimba called on the stakeholders to collaborate to address the problem because according to her reports, based on the findings they have done, that there were 10 millimeters that are actually what is being sold in the market as 10 millimeters is actually 7.6 millimeters for iron rod. What is sold as 12 millimeter is actually 9.2 millimeters. So the lawmaker said there are several fake iron rods being sold in the market and they're transported in daylight, lamenting that the supervising agencies need to do more.
This is terrible because Nigeria has a reputation of having the best iron rods. So I'm surprised that
steel.
Our steel companies,
they have to run. That's all we can take on Front Page Review. Today it's all about the protests. We have quite a number of correspondents out there giving us updates on what's going on across Lagos, across Abuja, across all the various states that this protest will be ongoing. We're going to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll talk to one of our correspondents. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
I am always excited about new things. Homes, cars, clothes, you name it. They come with some...
This is 7 of 7. My name is OJ, and signing a sobriety into my hands tonight on the social.
To bring freshness into your environment.
Some say learning is fun, but as a mom, I see how demanding it can be for my child. That's why I ensure.
Welcome to Pure Entertainment. What would you like to order from our menu today? We have the regular.
So let me go and look for my jam results.
My 280 was 320. I suppose don't be one medical.
At this point, I contest my jam results.
I want to close the show.
I can go. I can.
That's all we can take. Ejeki, close the show, Father.
Ladies and gentlemen, #1 unavailable by Davido featuring Musa Keys.
We also have today's chef special.
Yo, shine, 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 shiny, yeah. Say a recap done, and it's time for #1 on the countdown. One of Nigeria's hottest artists right now, his name is Rema, and this one is called Charm. Kick it.
Another.
For dessert and a bit of nightcap, we have the nighttime and online specials.
I want to start the gym, yeah? But do you know one thing that's actually keeping me back?
You should start the gym to get fat.
Cricket.
She says she does pole dancing to empower women.
What's the difference?
There's a difference.
Yeah, pole dancer does not strip.
You're already almost naked.
You're already almost naked.
No, it's the empowerment for me.
Sex can make your relationship better.
No.
Sex can never be overrated.
It is needed.
Especially when it's good sex too.
Almost every guy has been with somebody's girlfriend.
But they are for all of us now.
That's why you're still single.
I would not agree or disagree with that because I don't want to get into trouble. I have a home to go to.
Your next question.
Oh, you ready to fail?
Who is the better? You see us. What is it?
That woman.
Bam! Bam! Yeah,
Today we'll go here.
Hey!
Let's catch up.
I'm sure we've been able to satisfy your cravings, yeah? Stay good.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the one who can make time stand still forever, Mr. Kelechi Amadi. How are you doing, sir?
I'm good, my brother.
You love that intro, Abby?
Yeah. It was great.
Okay, yeah.
Thank you.
We try like that.
Thank you.
Now my question, which I feel is a cheap question.
Go ahead.
What does ISO stand for?
That is it. I think I'll drink.
No, you're joking.
I'm not joking.
Kelechi Amadi. No. Shay, you didn't whine me. You're whining me now.
I think I'll drink. No problem.
Okay.
I've always known this as ISO. I never bothered to know what it means. I know what it means, but I never bothered to know what the acronym is. Tell me the brand of camera that I use, so much so that I even became an ambassador. That's very easy. It's out there.
It's supposed to be, yeah.
I just said, let me give you this one as a token of my appreciation.
Sony.
Drink!
I'm not done.
You did not say final answer.
It's final answer.
You did not ask me if that was my final answer.
You don't have any choice again. It's only
Nikon.
how many cameras do they have?
Nikon.
My friend to drink. I gave you a very easy something.
Nikon now.
Amen.
This love not from you. Amen. Oh, this is so sweet. Hey guys, this is Chelma, your top 3 contestant on Nigerian Idol.
And it's your boy, Lemmy, top 3 contestants Nigerian Idol Season 9. And
keep watching Reality Check on TVC. We love you.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers. Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenges.
This is where we take the final, decisions on policies, programs of government that will have to ensure that, the narration of Lagos as a PLC is taken very, very seriously.
This is a major pedestrian bridge linking Oyinbo here to Apapa Road over there.
With this overpass, we are providing what we call a permanent solution.
This place is one of the most dangerous areas at the biosecurity environment.
This can go into the news and every crimes of your neighborhood.
Our goal is to remain as Africa's model megacity, to move our GDP from the 5-6 position to the 3rd position, and we believe is achievable with all the commitments we have.
Explore the city of Lagos, where dreams are made and possibilities are endless. Amadedoja Salamadini. I live in Lagos, inside Lagos.
doubt and fear doesn't occur at the canvas, it shows in the canvas. It shows the conation of raw ether material slabbed, stroked, and molded at a pace provided by the doubt and fear. Every move way in the struggle of one to the other, merging the past to the present, brushstrokes of colors seen but not known. For when the wailing stops, the pieces settle down in abject beauty erected for a century of a century. Speaking, advocating, protesting as the arts are meant to be.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you sing your day one step at a time.
On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple.
Thanks for staying with us. So today is the big day, protests across the nation. We'd like our callers to call in, send us materials, pictures, videos, whatever you have in your neighborhood. Call in to let us know what you're doing on the numbers on your screen. Call us on the numbers on your screen. Let us know what you're doing today. 081-0764-1679-090-24163440. You can also tweet to us at TVC Connect. Please hashtag YourViewTVC so we can read your tweets. We'll be linking up with a few of our correspondents who are out there to let us know what's happening on the streets of Lagos, Abuja, Port Harcourt, all the major cities across the nation, and how Nigerians are coming out. We're getting news across so far from the newsroom that there are protesters actually already gathering to all the major places. We also heard that the police had to put out some tear gas to disperse small group of protesters attempting to enter the Eagle Square in Abuja. So we have to be very careful out there. Let me come to you, ladies. What was your experience coming into the show this morning? How was the police?
Okay. So as I said earlier, during my banter, I left home quite early this morning. So I guess people haven't started, coming out for the protest. So it was really quiet, but it was unusually quiet because usually at that time at 7, you see cars moving about. There are no cars. Most businesses were locked up, and yes, so that got me a bit worried. But, when we got here, I'd already started hearing on the news that, protesters were gathering. And as I said, I hope that, we have a peaceful, a peaceful protest today. So nothing yet. It seems like it's quiet, at least from my end, coming from my house to the office this morning.
I noticed on my drive down that most of the estates are guarding their estates, and the markets also have guards. So people have now recruited their own protection, following what had happened where people lost their wares due to the hijackers who hijacked the peaceful protests in the past. People are now preventive in being proactive. They have their own guards. So aside the police parading streets, you'd see people mounting certain areas of the market. The markets in my neighborhood, 2 major markets, were shut down this morning, and you see some people standing by the gates. Most of the gated estates, you see them closed and locked. No open gates. Even when we got to Alaka, the gates was properly locked. You have to step on the one, they'll look through, they let you pass. So people are also providing their own security against hijackers of this peaceful protest. And along the entire street, everybody has taken today off work.
Seems
people
so.
Yes, businesses are shut down. Filling stations are shut. I did not see a single filling station open selling fuel this morning. And so everybody is just sitting at home and staying off work. But you will be surprised to hear that the banks are open. The banks also suffered some of this, but I saw some banks that were opened. At least I saw their security. I'm not sure if they're working. My husband is at work presently, so we don't know what we will call that one. Aside that, other people's businesses are shut and everywhere is so quiet for a Thursday.
Okay. So far, we've not heard anything.
Yes, no, nothing. I didn't see any activity.
Was movement unusual?
No, there was an unusual calm. Yeah, very unusual calm. I think everybody's just doing wait and see, and we're all glued to TV and social media, I'm sure, to see what the updates would be. But I think I'm happy that people are erring on the side of caution, and many shops along the CMD road closed their gates, but the bank, as Nima said, the bank along CMD road was open. So we're waiting to get feedback from our reporters on the street to tell us what is going on. And like I visualized yesterday, I'm still maintaining that positivity that we would finish today and it'd be like, what was all this gra about? Calm down, nothing happened. That's my expectation, and I'm waiting to be able to say that tomorrow.
So let's Ikorodu roads. Quiet and calm.
So interestingly, our station is right in the middle of both places where has been approved in Lagos, especially. That's the Ganifa Emi Freedom Park and the Peace Park, which are the two places. So we're right in the middle. So there's no way we will not have visuals. So hopefully very soon we should be getting some visuals. Our correspondents are out there. I know Femi is live on Abuja. We're going to be speaking to Femi very soon. Ivy Kanu is also live. We know Mian is also live. And I know Theophilus. All our correspondents are out there. Once the pictures start coming in, we'll definitely show some of those pictures to you so that we can begin to see how the gathering is going. Also, yesterday, we saw quite a bit of show of force by police. People, I think in Abuja, we're seeing quite a bit of lots of police officers just trying to remind Nigerians that they're on ground to ensure safety of lives and property. People are going out this morning, and we're hoping that our callers can also call in to let us know what is going on at their own end. 081-074 1679 090-241 63440. Those are the numbers to call. Let us know what's going on in your neighborhood. Don't play hero. Take a picture, take a video from a distance, a safe distance. Send it to the newsroom, send it to us, call us in so that we can actually show some of your pictures. We'd love to get some of you to share your experiences with us out there. Please be safe. We don't want anybody to be injured today. We all agree that a peaceful protest is required at this time. Everybody's suffering. Everybody's going through some kind of experience. So a peaceful protest, yes, is welcome. The issue the government is having is those hijacking it and just ensure the safety of Nigerians who actually had plans to come out peacefully to protest the issues we're having in the country.
Yeah, and I think we also need to be careful the sort of news that we're consuming at this period, because I woke up very early this morning and I had seen a message, in my school group saying that the protest had been postponed to the 1st of October. But for me, it just didn't seem right. I was like, I need to wait to hear from other, traditional media to be sure. So there'll be a lot of the hijacking can also happen online, as we know. So we need to be careful, put out wrong information and get people incited over nothing. That needs to be done as well.
In that same vein, I also wanted to reiterate that the people shouldn't post videos without being sure of who sent the video to you. Before you get a video that is not current. A video from a few years back, and then it would create an effect or a feeling that we don't want. So that is important that people verify. Whatever you post, you have to claim responsibility for it. If you're sharing a content, you are responsible. That means you know that this content is valid and it is true.
Let me take Kabiru from Lokoja. Good morning, Kabiru. You're live. Oh, we lost that caller. Do you have any social media? Yes, go ahead.
I wanted to even talk about, because I don't understand what my disco is doing. Protest is supposed to start today, but they started yesterday. Complete blackout, unexplained. Very unlike them, you'd have seen their tweets on what is happening within the area, what is causing the complete blackout. But till this morning, there's no power whatsoever till I left the house. And
Did say they are going to?
I don't understand. Even if they join protest, would they off light? Because the house is full. We have people who cannot go out to their businesses. We need to engage kids. We need to pump water, use wash clothes and all of those things that we would use electricity for. And there's no explanation as to the blackout. So I'm wondering, is that 1 or 2 part of protest? We've not heard anything, no tweets, no messages, nothing on the usual platforms that they would send out WhatsApp. I hope that that's not the trend that will suffer for.
So some of the breaking news that is coming in right now, I have Lagos Parade 16 suspects arrested at Mushin. So this is happening right now. Lagos police has paraded 16 suspects arrested at Mushin. Also, I have information here is about 200 youths have begun the protest from popular Tombia roundabout in the capital, Yenagoa, this morning. So carrying placards with various inscriptions and chanting solidarity songs. This is despite pleas from the state government, notable individuals, and several pressure groups to shun the protest. They seem undeterred and are heading straight for the government's house. This is happening in Yenagoa. So as the news are coming in, we'll definitely be sending you, giving the information and also getting pictures, live pictures. We're waiting for some live pictures from our men on the road to see what is going on out there, waiting for pictures and videos. Definitely we'll be linking up with our correspondent in Abuja very soon. Femi's on standby in Abuja to tell us what is going on, and we'll also be waiting to hear from Mian and other correspondents who are on standby to give us update. Do we have any on social media? Anybody saying anything on social media so far?
It's unconfirmed that there's something happening in Abuja, that protesters came out and some thugs attacked them, and so I know that the government, Lagos State government, had already said there were 2 points for protest gathering, and I think anybody that wants to actually protest should go to those 2 points, because that's where the police can secure them from being attacked by thugs and all of that. But the information concerning what happened in Abuja was that people tried to protest within the area and thugs attacked them. So we're waiting to get visuals to confirm that as well, because we know that sometimes what you see is not what you might not
proper context
of what really happened within that area.
I have unconfirmed reports also that people are gathering in Edo State right now to protest, but the location was not shared. This is unconfirmed. This is on X. And I can see the video of people just walking around and, with their hands raised.
Okay, let me go on a short break. When we come back, by the time we come back, I'm sure we'll have our videos and our pictures. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
New Milo 3-in-1 Milky and Creamy is truly milky and contains calcium. No need to add milk for that rich, creamy cup, which helps to nourish and energize your kids. Milo!
I'm in love. Hey, mommy.
What?
Sonia tomato mix, stand up,
Oh.
Sonia tomato mix, stand up, Is it to open? Is it to squeeze? Is it to scoop and is it to stir? Dishes come alive with so much taste. Sonia tomato mix, of course. Sonia tomato mix, yes sir. Sonia tomato mix, stand up,
I'm in love. Oh, with you.
Ladies and gentlemen, make welcome the grand comedian of the Federal Republic of Nigeria, Gbenga Adeyinka the first. OJ right here, 7 of 7, like you already know.
Gbenga right here, 7 of 7, like I'm beginning to know.
It's now time for the questions.
You don't scare me one bit. Bata, I go drink. So.
Okay. So now one chance for enter. My first question. Do you remember the names of the winners of that edition of StarQuest?
Of course I do.
Why do you?
And I hate myself for this, because I have this question for you. Final question. No. Where outside Nigeria and what year? I think you're the only one that can be wicked.
I am thinking, because I know back in the day.
Don't think. Answer my question quick. You are thinking too much. I don't like it.
The UK.
Final answer. Okay. I said, God, please, let me to perform outside Nigeria.
Wait.
And God gave me a show in Ghana. Drink, my friend, drink. I don't
overthink this thing. See where I can.
Yes, you overthink them.
I would say you should catwalk.
Let's catwalk. Where are we?
No, that's not catwalk. That's good working.
If you snooze, you lose. If you miss this show, you miss out. On top this our show, I not dey gree for anybody.
How did they find the husband? You not see sign say the guy smart, you don't vex, don't give signs.
If they look for person wey go give am to you, fact as e be.
Men no dey ever get fault. If baby not dey for her, na the woman.
Talk no dey be person, you make person no fit talk true inside.
But for this country, we not say if we open curtain in the morning, waiting no good, no good.
Me and my sisters, hey, we go tanda gidigba for inside studio to give una all the latest information.
But look, we not even take responsibility for the children. Leave the man.
And that's some period.
This week on Reality Check, our commentators will be doing a reality check on the season 6 finale of Love Island USA.
Islanders, we are about to find out who America has chosen as the winners of Love Island USA 2020.
This week on Reality Check, our
Thanks for staying with us. We have Uche Okoro from Port Harcourt giving us some updates live from Port Harcourt. Uche, what's going on?
Stand by.
Yes, go ahead, Uche. Tell us what's going on at your end.
Right now, as you can see behind me, the protest has begun. The procession started at about 8:30. The protest commenced at about 8:30 a.m. from a particular part of the town where we call the Port Harcourt Pleasure Park. And from there, the crowd began their march along the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway. And right now, they took a break. They made a stopover at the Federal Secretariat Complex, which is just by my right. They are trying to send their message to the government officials that, they are to make their demands known at this particular location to the federal government. This is the Federal Secretariat. As you can see, this entire lane of the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway has completely been taken over by the protesters. Traffic is currently being diverted from this part of the to other parts of to other areas to allow residents go to and fro. But I have just one of the here who would tell me the reason why he has insisted on coming out this morning despite calls from different quarters for residents to share off the protest. Good morning to you. Just kindly introduce yourself.
Victor, PHS Press, a logistic company in Port Harcourt.
All right, so why are you still out this morning? I understand that a lot of persons have been calling on residents to share off the protest, to embrace dialogue and all that. But this morning, you are still here. What exactly are your reasons?
Okay, first, I don't have anywhere else to, because I'm moving out of job. My company have shut down due to the high cost of transportation. I run on FMCG, so we can't even keep the company afloat. Have anywhere to go than to stay here and tell the government my plea, tell them what I'm going through. You understand? Like I expect I've not heard from the president. Yes, I did not vote for him, but he's the president. I've not heard from him for the past 1 year. All I've been saying is, essay this. I want to hear the president talk, address fundamental issues. Let me know that he's feeling our pain. That's why I'm here.
Okay, do you have any fears? In the build-up to this protest, we've heard a lot of comments about this protest will be hijacked, this protest will be infiltrated, this protest will be violent. As you're here this morning, do you have any such concerns? Do you have any such fears?
All right, so I don't have any, because I know that Port Harcourt people are peaceful people. If there is any hijack, it is not from us. Wherever, it's not from us. Nobody that is hungry, nobody that is here who want to cause violence. However, if you do something like that and everybody goes out, then people that want to do protest will come back. Right here since 7 o'clock, we've been here and you can see nobody's with arm, nobody's with bottle. We just have placards. They are trying to tell the government. So I'm not scared at all. But however, if anything happens too, we are still here because it's better I die on the streets than die at home.
Okay, lastly from me, what's your assessment of the conduct of security agencies so far? Any concerns? What's your assessment of how they've been able to conduct themselves in providing security for this outing?
All right, to be fair, they've been nice. You can see them around protecting us. Even a truck of policemen came and they were hailing us to show that they are in solidarity. So far, so good. Everything is going fine.
All right, thank you so much. You've just heard from one of the guys here who is participating in this peaceful protest for good governance, and of course, many people are saying that they want the government to do all they can do, all they should do to end the hunger in the land. So this is the situation from the Port Harcourt-Aba Expressway, right in front of the Federal Secretariat, where protesters have taken a break. Any moment from now, the procession will continue to other parts of the city.
Very much, Uche, for that update. I'm told that we also have Mian. He's on standby in Oshodi to give us an update from what's going on right there. Mian, are you there?
Well, Mariah, good morning to you. I can hear you. You're correct. I am right here at Oshodi. Good morning to you, Mariah. If you can hear me, yes. I can hear you loud and clear. I am right at Oshodi. And I must say that it's been a bit peaceful here in Oshodi. And I also met members of the NURTW who have gone about some places in Oshodi trying to protect some of their businesses and also their properties, as it were. But most importantly, I can say that vehicular movement, commercial bus are indeed working. Commuters are also, coming out, but a bit few compared to normal working days. And I'm sure this is owing to the fact that it's a day considered for protest. But behind me, these are members of the NURTW, and I also have with me the chairman of Odolowoju B&C, Alabeni Olusegun. I hope I'm correct with that. But then they are saying that if anyone wants to protest, they are free, but then they don't want violence in Oshodi. I've gone to Nako, I've got to Mafoluku here in Oshodi, but I must say no one is protesting around Oshodi. But what they are saying here also is the fact that for those who want to indeed come out to sell, buy, they are telling everyone in Oshodi, you can go about your normal activity. If you also want to protest, you can protest, but they are backing them that it must be peaceful. And I must say that Oshodi has been peaceful so far. I worked with them to check the BRT terminal. I can see security operatives from the police and all others, all ensuring that there is protest without violence. But by and large in Oshodi, no one is protesting, and they are also here trying to encourage people who want to protest or who want to go about their daily activity to indeed do it without obstructing anyone from going about their normal duty.
All right, so we're going to have to wrap up. Thank you so much, Mian. I really appreciate giving us updates. We're having some network issues, but definitely would link up with the newsroom very, very, very soon. I'm going to go on a short break. When we come back, we'll link up with the TVC News to get some more updates on all that's happening on the protests across the nation. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
Wow! Your baby is here! Congratulations!
Do not waste time. Put your baby.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment. Only on Max Hits.
Area! Waiting the apple, waiting the shop. Tune into our award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Drive.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party.
King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
And ensuring that you reach your goals. At International Energy Insurance, we know that the journey to actualizing your dreams could be tough, but we are always there to support you and help you prepare for the unexpected. International Energy Insurance.
An increased stake in it. From the 8th of July to the 14th of August, you can get your share of over 17 billion shares at 19 naira 75 kobo per share. That's one new ordinary share to every 2 shares held.
Entertainment for me, first of all, I say it's a vocation. It's work for me. It's a way of life that brings about merriment.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
Good morning, Marina Station and all the passengers.
Efficient, it's comfortable.
This development will go a long way in reducing congestion and emission.
The trains are a long-term solution to Lagos traffic challenge.
Thanks for staying with us. We're still going on live with our correspondents across the nation. Femi Akonde is joining us in Abuja. Femi, what's going on in Abuja? Tell us.
Well, hi. There are a group of protesters here at the Ego Square. They tried to gain entrance into the Ego Square earlier, but they were dispersed by the police. The police fired tear gas to disperse them. They have now regrouped, and the Minister of State for Youth is also here trying to talk to them, trying to calm frayed nerves and assure them that indeed the government is listening to them. They have the right to protest, and their demands are being attended to by the government, and just to ensure that this protest remains peaceful. But so far they have also been quite peaceful, but this whole area is well secured because this is close to the 3-arm zone. The National Assembly is just directly opposite here. Other national buildings are just around this place. That's why we have seen a strong presence of security operatives around here, trying to ensure that this protest that is peaceful for now does not escalate or snowball into violence. But the Minister of State for Youth is still here, doing his best to see how he can talk to these people to leave this place, because we know that there is already a court injunction or a court order restraining these protesters to the National Stadium, the MK Abiola Stadium in Abuja. A group of protesters are also there, so a lot of people are wondering why these ones around here came to this place knowing fully well that there is a court order barring them from converging here at the Eagle Square. But so far, it has been very peaceful. We've been hearing them making chants, some of them calling for, an end to the rising inflation, end to hardship, a reversal of some of the government policies that has caused some of these economic hardship that has made life really difficult for a lot of Nigerians. But so far, that is the situation here. But it has so far been very peaceful, I must say.
Femi, go ahead.
Yes, I wanted to ask Femi about what's the crowd at the stadium like, and is there plans to move those that are currently around Eagle Square to the stadium so that the protest will be in one place and we can get visuals from that place as well?
Well, I believe that's what the authorities are trying to ensure, that these protesters here move to the National Stadium to gather in one place, join other protesters there, so that the whole protest can be organized and well coordinated and also controlled by security agents. Well, for now, we do not know if these people will be dispersed from here forcefully, but the Minister of State for Youth is just trying to ensure that the police does not apply force, because he believes that when the use of force is applied, it would also further incite these protesters, and the situation might degenerate, which is what the government is desperately trying to prevent.
Have you been able to speak to any of the protesters, and what are they saying, and how do you gauge their emotional state right now?
Did you hear that? Femi, did you hear Mariam's question?
Yes, I was saying, have you been able to speak to any of the protesters? Have you been able to talk to any of the protesters yet? And how do you gauge them, emotionally right now? What would you say?
A couple of the protesters here, you can hear them singing "Hungry Day," meaning there is a prevailing hunger in the country caused by what the government says necessary economic reforms. But the government has also made frantic efforts to ensure that it cushions the hardship caused by these economic reforms by disbursing, food items, palliatives, and critical relief materials to states, local governments, and other groups to ensure that it gets to the poor and the most vulnerable across the country. All of this was in a bid to stave off this protest. But the people are still out on the streets chanting. You can hear them singing "Hungry Day." But the most important thing, and they also acknowledge that they must remain peaceful so as not to incur the wrath of security agents around here, who are also, I would say, also ready to contain any breakdown of law and order.
Femi, there are videos of the Eagle Square right now with smoke and protesters saying they were shot, tear gas canisters were shot at them. Kindly confirm if this is true.
Femi, did you get that? I did mention earlier. So I can't reach Femi. Femi, did you hear Nima? Nima was trying to confirm about the tear gas, which you said earlier, that the police had fired tear gas at the protesters to disperse them towards the Eagle Square. But could you confirm that to us again, just to be clear?
Well, I can hardly hear you. The
noise level is a bit high.
Okay, Femi. So concerning security, how much of security presence is there? Are we seeing police, soldiers? Who is there exactly with the protesters?
Yes, Patrick, please pan. Let our viewers see the presence of security agents here. We have seen a lineup of security vehicles on the road there. There are a couple of them around here at the Eagle Square just to ensure security. Armed to the teeth, some of them with anti-riot gear, tear gas canisters, to just ensure that this whole protest that is peaceful now remains peaceful. And just behind, just right there, we can see even an ammo tank of the armored personnel carrier of the Nigerian Army just at the entrance leading to the National Assembly to ensure that these protesters are restricted from getting to that area. So there's a heavy presence of security agencies around here to ensure the protest remains peaceful.
Earlier you mentioned that the Minister of Youth was there. Could you tell us what the situation was when
came around?
When came around? How the protesters reacted?
Well, the people welcomed him. The reception was quite cordial. It's somebody who they already know, who they identify with, and he was here to also identify with them. His presence here also helped calm the situation and control things, and also prevent the police from further firing tear gas to disperse the protesters. It is his presence that has actually helped a great deal to contain this protest, because when the tear gas was fired earlier, a lot of people dispersed, but they now regrouped, and even regrouped in the group of protesters even increased. This protest started with just one person that came here earlier, just chanting end hunger, end bad governance, and suddenly it started to grow. A lot of people joined him after the police fired tear gas and they dispersed. Words went out that some groups are gathering here at the Eagle Square, and then gradually this protest, the number of protesters started to grow, and so far they are still here. But I must say also that there is also a large presence of police officers here, and well, for now everything is still peaceful. We are even seeing the policemen just chatting with themselves, and just but still on the lookout to ensure that the situation does not go south.
Okay, so I want to ask you, Femi, did you talk to any of the protesters to find out if they are aware that the protests, the court's injunction had said they should be at the stadium, and if they deliberately just wanted to come and show their face at the Eagle Square? And what was the response like when you asked?
Well, I must say that a lot of the people here do not know that there is a court order restraining them to the MK Abiola Stadium in Abuja. A lot of them had anticipated that the protest will hold here at the Eagle Square. The group at the MK Abiola Stadium is the Take It Back movement. They are the ones that have converged at the MK Abiola Stadium. They are more organized, and that particular court injunction was also directed at them and other groups that have been identified by the government. But a lot of these ones are just a loose group of protesters who have just come together here to also state their demands. A lot of them are talking about the issue in the northern part of the country, the incessant bandit attack in some parts of the north, the abductions, and just the general insecurity. That has been the major demand they have been advancing here. Look at this banner that they are holding. Look at this banner that they are holding. Look at this banner that they are holding. On the banner, it's Kongiyar Hausawan Nigeria. It means the group of Hausas in Nigeria. They have demands that banditry must be stopped now. Bandits and their sponsors must be punished. Victims of genocide must be compensated. The borders must be open for food to flow, and petrol must be subsidized to less than 300 naira, and dollar must be sold for less than 500 naira. Wow. And with a note of caution there that it is a peaceful protest.
All right, thank you so much, Femi. We'll definitely come back to you once we have more information, but definitely we need to get more correspondents live across the nation to tell us what's going on. I'm going to go on a very short break. When we come back, we'll link up with another correspondent. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Stay tuned. Your View will be right back.
This is 7 of 7. My name is OJ, and signing a sobriety into my hands tonight on this social experiment called the 7 of 7 is Owen G.
As the morning light filters in, the Max Breakfast kickstarts your day from the bedside.
We bring you the morning vibe and plenty of ginger to start your day right.
Join us on the Max Breakfast as we help you seize your day one step at a time. On Max Hits, we've got the ultimate playlist for you. We give you back-to-back.
And all the biggest news from the world of entertainment, only on Max Hits.
Area, waiting the apple, waiting the shop. You need to award-winning waiting the 102.3 Max FM.
Lagos, Nigeria, you're welcome to the Max Drive.
Whether you're there for inside motor, you're there for inside traffic, we're there for you with a Max Do It.
You know what it is. It's the Max House Party. King Dion, DJ Charlie Shee. Let's go!
102.3 Max FM. Hit music for Lagos.
Exclusively on Max FM, where we count down the best 20 urban gospel hits from around the world. Get your praise on. It's downright time to speak with the Gen Z perspective.
Hey, chick for me this and she was like, this is Sharma, this is Sharma.
Saying it not the way they want it.
Outrightly, I don't think I would budget more than 25K for a first day.
The Generation Z are ranting.
As in we are 2 minutes after the minus here, please. Don't show me. I don't want to.
That's why they'll keep it.
Gen Z, express yourself.
How long will it take for you to kiss then, even if it's not a sexual intercourse?
The conversation just got Gen Z'd.
Do it, love. Do it to it. Do it. Do it.
Thanks for staying with us. I hear that we have Solomon Ajuzegbu, who is one of our correspondents in Ojota. Good morning, Solomon. Thanks for joining us. Give us an update on what's going on in Ojota.
Yes, it appears that the crowd is gathering some momentum here. The crowd of protesters, they came in a handful this morning, and they did not find their voices until about 9. But then it's been just a mild crowd, not a very huge one, in the presence of security personnel here, men of the police and the Secret Service, the Neighborhood Watch, the Civil Defense and Security Corps on both sides of Ikorodu Road in Ojota Park here. We are just here overlooking the Ganifa and Ime Park just behind us, while the security men are on the other sides, on both sides of the road, monitoring proceedings here. It has become a spectacle of some sort for some of the residents here who have come out lining up the road and watching as the protesters do their thing, as they sing and chant. But it's a sort of anticlimax of the kind of thing that you expected if you hear that, if you have been following the build-up to this protest, saying, oh, there is so much hunger in the land. But besides hunger, the protesters have made a couple of demands, which includes, while the citizens, they say that while they expect the citizens to try to endure the hardship, that they also expect the political leaders to tighten up a bit and show a bit of empathy by spending less than they are spending at the moment.
Okay, Solomon.
Speak louder, way.
Femi just mentioned that they had several groups in the Abuja protest where a Take It Back movement at the stadium and some people still came to the Eagle Square. How organized and which group are, spearheading that happening right now in Ganifa Park?
Well, what you have here is a potpourri of protesters. They have not identified themselves as belonging to anywhere or any group. They just come together, being able to get the sort of number they need to create momentum. Earlier, there was a mild drama where another group, probably some residents of Ojota, who came up and they seemed to rival the protesters, asking them to protest peacefully and not to create violence. Well, they seem to have been agreeable on some points of the protest, but then they differed in the fact that they don't expect anything to be destroyed at all. In fact, I have one of the protesters here with me. She has a lot to tell you about what's going on here, which of the groups she belongs to, if she belongs to any group at all. Adetong is here. Adetong.
Hello, good morning.
You are here protesting.
I'm
exactly what are you protesting?
I'm here exercising my rights on behalf of myself, on behalf of every common child on the streets, on behalf of every woman out there. So that is why I am here.
Well, you guys make it look like almost everybody is in the country is with you. But this crowd is so scanty. This will probably be against your expectation.
So when you talk about the crowd, it's not it's a mother call. If you feel the pain, if you feel this is an avenue for you to express your frustrations, why not come out? Everybody can be positive about getting Nigeria better, and everybody can be negative about making the country better. For me, this is the only way I feel I can lend my voice and my frustrations or whatever agitations and hope that I have for my country. So I'm here. So if you feel the same, why not come? If you don't feel the same, why not stay wherever you are?
That sounds very nice, but they said that this is a protest against hunger. But then some of the demands, like scrapping the 1999 Constitution, releasing Nnamdi Kanu, what has that got to do? Hunger has nothing to do with fixing the electoral system as part of the demand. That is not hunger.
Hunger is the outcome of a rotten economy. Hunger is the outcome of a bad constitution. Hunger is an outcome where the constitution is an outcome where our leaders, politicians are supposed to call them. They've made provisions for themselves. Their salaries, their remunerations are higher. And the common teacher who is supposed to teach a greater leader of tomorrow is being paid stipend. If you think that hunger is what we're here for, what has resulted to hunger? And when we are talking about hunger, hunger for security, hunger for economical improvement, hunger for food in the belly, hunger for a healthier infrastructure, hunger for good medical services. So if you say hunger is food only, no, we are not here for hunger is food only.
All right.
We're here for hunger is everything that we are suffering from.
All right, thank you very much. So you've heard from one of the protesters here at Adetong telling us exactly what they are protesting about. Yes.
Tell me about the presence of security over there, because yesterday, 2 days ago, we've seen police showing force, showing their presence different ways. How is it in Ojota right now? Do we have a lot of tankers? Do we have a lot of policemen, soldiers, or just protesters?
Now, if the camera will pan a bit to my right here, You will see the security personnel here with RRS, with KAI, the Lagos State Task Force. Then they also have anti-riot vehicles here. They have gun-mounted trucks as well. They are combat ready for this sort of protests. It has not degenerated into a riot, so they are just watching and giving cover to the protesters.
Thank you very much, Simon. Let me let you go at this point. I have Demola standing by at the MKO Abiola Stadium. Good morning, Demola. Okay, Demola is not ready. Let me go on a very short break. When we come back, we get Demola from MKO Abiola Stadium in Abuja. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
Now you can catch up with your favorite programs on TVC. Log on to www.youtube.com/TVC Entertainment. Join the fun.
Do you think you can outplay me in this game of wits and knowledge? Can you go 7 rounds without flinching? I meant answering 7 questions correctly. How well can you hold your liquor? If you're curious, then join us for the most exciting conversation and games with your favorite celebrities on 7 of 7.
The time has come to experience the power of faith, music, and praise. This is the Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m., tune in to catch the pulse-pounding beats and soul-stirring melodies that will elevate your faith and leave a lasting impact on your heart. The Max Urban Gospel Chart Show. Every Sunday from 10 a.m. exclusively on Max.
Why did she take baby to? Thanks for staying with us. I'm told we have Demola, who is waiting for us at the MKO Abiola Stadium. Good morning, Demola. Are you there? Demola? Demola, can you hear me? Yes, go ahead. Tell us what the update is. Tell us what the update is.
Yes, I can hear you. If you can hear me very well, I'm actually... Okay, if you can hear me very well, I'm actually at the National Stadium where the protesters are actually protesting now. And to also tell you, this protest was actually supposed to happen at the Eagle Square, but at that minute, of course, they came down to the National Stadium. I can also tell you that 2 protests are actually going on simultaneously here. There are one for the pro-protest and the anti-protest. So, and one of the reasons why this protest is here is because many of the protesters here are saying that the hardship in the country is, of course, is too much, and they want Mr. President to do something about some of their grievances. While speaking to some of them here at the National Stadium, they talked about the issue of fuel subsidy, that the president should look into the issue of fuel subsidy, that the president should also look into the issue of the naira, the dollar against the naira, and of course the food inflation. These are some of the things that they are actually clamoring for, that the president can also look into this, because the Nigerian youth is actually very hungry. There's high unemployment rate in the country, so they want the president to look into this.
So Demola, tell us, last time there was a peaceful protest in Nigeria. We saw police giving out water, some kind of refreshments to protesters. Have you seen anything like that so far in MK Abiola Stadium?
We are hungry, oh. My cameraman will just pan for you to see that the protesters are actually moving now, and the police are here. So far, there is peace that is maintained, but just like a few minutes ago, there was some sort of rowdiness around this area. But you can see that the protesters are moving one after the other, moving to the other end, probably moving to the other end where the anti-protest are. So, but the security so far is good. There's not been any violence so far here at the National Stadium. We are also hearing probably they might be moving to the Eagle Square from the National Stadium here in Abuja.
But there's a court
Yes, I was going to say there's a court order that restricts them to the MK Abiola Stadium. Yes. Is there now a new directive for them to move to the Eagle Square? Because we have actually spoken to Femi as well, and we hear that there are a few of them at the Eagle Square, and we thought they would be coming to the MK Abiola Stadium, not the other way around.
Demola, did you get Mariam's question?
Okay, so early this morning, I went to the Eagle Square. As at when I was there, the protesters were actually not there. Yes, I do. I did get your question. Early this morning, I went to the Eagle Square, and I didn't find the protesters. But when I left, the protesters, some protesters went to the Eagle Square, and they were dispersed with tear gas by the police. So, from the information that we got, they were supposed to be here at the National Stadium. But now, here at the National Stadium, it looks as if they are done here, and they are moving from the National Stadium to the Eagle Square. Now, my cameraman can just pan, and you see that this place is actually empty now. Wow. So they are moving down to the Eagle Square. Everybody is moving down to the Eagle Square. That is the information that we just got here at the National Stadium.
Okay.
Oh my goodness.
All right. Thank you so much, Demola. So I guess we'll see you at the Eagle Square in a moment. Once you get there, you let us know. We'll come back to you to see, get some updates from you. They're moving to the Eagle Square.
Yeah, that is totally... That is scary because, they were earlier prevented from, converging at the Eagle Square. I wonder, how informed these protesters are. Ogun State, there was a court restriction, restricting protests. In Lagos State, they were restricted completely to the Peace Park and the Ganifa Emi Park in Lagos. And a protest can be carried out within certain areas. It doesn't have to go to places where they're not allowed to. I don't understand how this will go, and I pray it ends peacefully.
So apart from the protesters, for me, it shows me like there's a bit of problem with enforcing the law then. Mm-hmm. So we have a lot of, from the videos we've seen, there's quite a number of police on ground. And if they're unable to enforce the court order, I'm wondering, that is just the minimum.
That's the situation in Imo State.
Thank you very much, Bonaventure. That's good. That's an update from Imo State.
Which was based on the fact that there was violence yesterday, so everybody just decided to stay at home. I understand. So on social media, somebody was like, it's not a protest if you are not. That's YouTube. a comment came in that it's not a protest if you are restricting where they can go and where they can protest. That usually protesters should be allowed freedom to free flow and move around. But
and we need to correct that.
Yes, it's important to put it out there that they are not the restriction is to be able to offer protection from thugs and hoodlums or people that want to hijack the protest. And if it is not within a restricted area, we don't have enough manpower, that's from the police perspective, to be able to ensure that a procession will be protected. The young lady that was interviewed, the lady that was interviewed in Ojota, very eloquent, spoke about the fact that she felt a right to come out to vote. People like that are not, they're not armed. They're not intending to do a violent protest, and those people need to be protected. And there are several of them like that across the nation who are stepping out peacefully to express themselves about the hunger in town, and those people are the ones we want to protect. If they are not in a confined place, it will be difficult to offer that protection. So for those that are still intending to join the protest, that's the reason for the confinement, according to the government, and you should also join the protest within the confined area, not just randomly saying you want to lead on the streets.
Let me take Sharon Ejason's correspondent in Oregon right now. Good morning, Sharon.
Good morning.
What's going on over there in Oregon?
It's a bright morning here in Lagos, Nigeria. The set of protesters who belong to the civil society group started the walk from Ikeja under bridge, moving on to Kudirat Abiola Ikeja Way, and now they are actually close to Ojota, where is the designated point for the protest in Lagos State, Nigeria. It's been a busy morning. It took a while before the Nigerian police force allowed the protesters to start the protest. But after much conviction and explanation, they allowed the protesters to commence the work. And as we can see, the number of the people that joined the protest is actually growing from barely 100 people in the morning to what we can see here at the moment. Right now, it's about 12 noon. We don't know how long this protest will take. The more the protesters take a walk to the designated place, the more people are actually joining the protest. But let's see how it goes. Right now, as we speak, we've seen different civil society groups actually in their numbers joining them. We can see that some of them are trying to take a picture here. We have Nigerians, youth, civil society groups, people living in Ikeja and its environments. They are here and they are moving on to Ojota, Lagos.
Sharon, have you seen any notable persons, maybe a celebrity, a reporter, somebody that is leading or is part of the procession? Sharon, did you get that?
Yeah, I lost you for a bit. So, like we can see, this is the back of the protesters. They are moving close to Ojota, Lagos. We have men of the Nigerian security force here on ground. We can see men of the Nigerian police. We had people from the Civil Defense Corps. We also had people from the Nigerian Lagos Neighborhood Watch on ground, ensuring that the community is safe. So far, the protest has been peaceful. The day is still young, so we hope that they'll be able to maintain that peace till the end
Sharon,
of the protest.
what I asked earlier was about leadership. Have you seen anybody who's a leader, any known person you've seen so far who's leading the protest so far?
There are known faces here. Most of the leaders here are from the Nigerian civil society groups. There's one person I can identify, Taiwo Soweto. He actually addressed the press some days ago, and he actually announced, he gave the information to the Inspector General of Police that they were going to gather at Ikeja under bridge. So they are leaders of sorts for now. Hopefully it doesn't get hijacked. You can see the heavy security presence. The Lagos Commissioner of Police has actually assured residents of safety, of livelihood. We know that typically on Thursdays in Lagos, we observe environmental sanitation. We'll be on the watch to see if businesses would commence anytime from now. But for now, everywhere is calm. Protesters are going on with their protests, and the security operatives are on ground to ensure the safety of lives and properties.
Sharon, there's a there's a theme, you know, I've been seeing from all our correspondents across the country so far, is the hunger, you know, hunger day, we're hungry. But is there anything unique you've seen with the protesters at Ikeja Underbridge right now? What are they saying on their placards? And if you've spoken to any of them, what are they asking for?
They have about 16 demands, and if I remember clearly, one of the first first 4 requests they had is the reversal of the price of petroleum. So also we also have the demand for the reversal of the electricity tariff, which has quadrupled over the last few months. For them, they believe that the president has actually signed the minimum 70,000 naira as the new national minimum wage. They also want the state governors to do the needful to ensure that the livelihood is actually improved upon. But for them, if the prep price can revert back and the electricity tariff is reduced, perhaps maybe they would stop the protest.
All right. Thank you very much, Sharon. We just wanted to get an update from you. Thank you so much for all that update. I don't know, you guys, it's at least, well, they're moving now. Obviously, they have a lot of security.
There'll be more people going to Ojota right now. Yes.
Expect the crowd at Ojota to increase because of that.
But do you have an idea what time do you think this would end? Because is it going to be all day? And last time they were there practically throughout the day, going into evening. I mean,
so they initially said this protest was for 10 days. I heard what's his name, the SCN yesterday saying it was unreasonable to have it for that long. A protest within 24 hours was okay. Should have it for 1 day. I'm trying to remember.
Ebolu
Adegurua yesterday was saying that, you know, a 24-hour protest was adequate enough for the government to hear their demands, and that a 10-day protest would just be, you know, way out of way because it would, you know, impede other people from going on with their businesses. Some people are daily earners and all of that. I hope that, you know, my concern is how informed are the protesters really? So that's what we're demanding, what you're protesting, even when it is heard, you don't continuously just stay there because you're idle and continue to impede other people's, you know, businesses and you know, enable hijackers. Because when protests take too long, you might continue to see people disobeying. Like you see now in Abuja, the court had restricted the protesters to a particular place. Because of lack of information, they are now going to where they were restricted from coming in. Because on X, some people had said it was the FCT minister trying to prevent them from accessing public facilities, and that the Eagle Square was one. And the government are aware of, you know, maybe certain things and are trying to prevent. You know, we're talking about intelligence and how government should pre-inform, but how informed are they? So that we don't have people. I would hate to see another kind of protest where the entire Bode Thomas Street that did not concern protest would be taken over, businesses will be vandalized, and people will lose their investment because we know we want to talk to government.
Any comments on social media? Anybody following and trying to give us an update? So we'll be wrapping up on the show very soon because we're going to be linking up right now to the news to see what's going on over there. But generally, do you have any more comments to take?
Ehi here says sponsored thugs disrupting protests is also a reality. He's mentioning that the other day, prominent government supporter in Port Harcourt had threatened Woto on protesters for. So he says that for balance, we should, you know, mention this, that sometimes there are sponsored violence just to, you know, cause problems.
All right, so I think we can wrap up on the show this morning, but we'll be linking up to the TVC News to get more updates. But please stay tuned to TVC News Live, stay tuned to our online platforms to get real-time updates on all that is happening on the protest today. Our phone lines are still open for those who want to call in to tell us what's going on in their own areas. And our social media platforms are also open to get information on. But for me, I just feel that I think Nigerians so far have shown decorum, and I think that the police shouldn't be throwing tear gas, even if you wanted to disperse. I understand for what happened in Abuja, where they were being dispersed from the Eagle Square because there was a court order. However, we also have to be very careful ensuring that these are people we're talking about. These are not, these are citizens who also should be respected. So, I like that even that they're moving from the MKO Abiola, which is authorized, to Eagle Square, we saw the police supporting them and not even trying to stop them or prevent them, because if that happens, there could be a resistance. So I'm happy that the police so far was saying that they are adhering to what they've been asked to do by the IGP, and hopefully Nigerians too, in their own way would also comport themselves.
Because this process is quite young. We're not at known yet. We don't know what the son will do. Because in anybody, we should be praying for.
We don't seem to know specifically when this is supposed to end. Really, there's just been different. So I would like for us to know when it will end. I'm happy that it seems to be peaceful. But as all the correspondents have said, it's still early in the day. But I have hope that it will be, because this seems much more organized. There have been notices given. The police is on ground. It looks like this is going to be a properly organized demonstration.
Okay, that's all we can take on the show. On Your View this morning. Have a great day. We'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.
Is a paid presentation by ShopX TV.
Tired of pans that scratch and stick? Or cookware that takes up valuable space in your kitchen and are of little to no use? Cooking used to be fun, but now it just feels like a chore. Introducing ShopX GOTV